blow up. Came in the game and blew up. Go up, go up. Crew shine cause we glowed up. Glow up, glow up. At our shows, bad bitches show up. They love me cause I blew up. They knew I was gonna blow up.
Don't stop.
This how it's going down, right? So B-boy and B-girl in, first of all, you gotta dance, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people not dancing nowadays. Secondly, you got that shit down, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your shit down.
Yeah. What is good?
It's the tone.
What's good? Alright, man. You know, I am over here with my bro today, man.
What's up, everyone?
We're in the studio right now. You know, we in the Freestahyl Lab somewhere in Area 51 that we can't really let you guys know because it's something that you'll never know, and it's so not understanding like the word caca poo poo porcupine, because you know what I'm saying. I got the strategic monster. You know what I'm saying. You don't know what we do. Who knows? This might be a podcast. You feel me? That we start this. Or just some fun interviews that we do. Just
Freestyle.
You know what I mean? Content creating. But, you know, I'm here with my brother Remind.
What's up, brother? Thank you for having me in your sacred, cave at your sacred studio, creation cave. So it's like, your bunker, your survival. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
This is it, man. And it's a dope studio, man. It feels comfortable here because this is exactly probably how I set up mine.
Thank you, bro.
You know?
No, thank you, man. It's like having Remind here. I mean, a lot of you guys might know, might not know, but for those that don't, Remind is like an OG B-boy. You know what I'm saying? Someone that I know I looked up to, being a Filipino dude growing up, and just watching him and his crew style elements. You know, me and my crew, Full Force, definitely looked up to these guys. And we've always hung out, you know what I'm saying, before all, you know what I'm saying, we've always been hanging out, and we've always just been linking, chilling, talking, just talking about some life stuff. We always train together, you know what I'm saying, when we get the time. We have these sessions that we don't even put out that, we gonna drop some of it though, it's like, we're not trying to gatekeep, we just like, we just don't want to edit and do all that stuff, at the moment, but we're gonna definitely want to drop more content. But today he's in Vegas. We're about to do this event called Breaking Hearts.
Breaking Hearts.
It's an event from New Mexico, right?
Yeah, really dope event, really cultured.
So he's here to judge. And me, Stahyl and Stacks. If you guys know, Ben Stacks. We the rap duo, but we're gonna be performing there though too. So that's why he's in town. There's gonna be a lot of b-boys in town. And it's just dope to have my boy over here, my brother. When he was living here, we was linking daily, for the past, 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So we was always just, just doing what homies do and shit. Make money, or go train.
Take
or
care of family.
Our kids hang out.
Yeah.
And they be chilling and stuff. So, yeah, man, he's here, man. How you feel being in Vegas?
Well, man, just, like I was explaining the other day, is like, we really even though it's the strip and it's cliche like so-called tourism, but a lot of us gave so much during the times when we were 18, 19, 20, 21,
right,
22 to the strip,
right,
with the clubbing and the going out and dancing all night. That's what we lived for. We were like club kids. We loved to go out, we loved to party. So I'm so connected. I gave so much at these spots. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also to the dance floor on performing on the strip, from the theater to street performing. So, it's nostalgic when I come back here, and so I got a vibe with Vegas, and I definitely know what it is. But it's really cool to be back and see how you guys have really established yourself as a foothold in the whole growth of the whole scene and culture, from clubbing to also competition.
No, man.
And education.
This guy, man.
with the dance studios.
Thank you, bro. When one of the people that like I said, man, Remind was living in Vegas, so we got to witness things that he was doing as a professional, like watching him. So he was in Manhattan, the show New York, bro. The first, probably not the first,
Manhattan.
but the first
When New York
show,
Hotel was first built.
Yeah, the first show that had like real hip hop, like, and showcasing like the dancers and the
street
b-boys
performers
over here in Vegas. And that's what I remember coming to go watch him. My ex at the time got us tickets, Yeah, because they friends with him. You feel me?
Yeah.
Anyways, though, but it was like, one of those things that we got tickets, and she brought me at the time. I was dating an older chick at the time. I was still in high school though. We were probably like 16 or some shit like that.
Wow. So I'm only a few years older than you.
16. Yeah.
Because I was about 19 back then.
Yeah, bro. And we've already seen Strategic Monsters. It was a video that they put out, which we're gonna talk about, But we seen that. We seen him perform. You feel me? And when you see one of your favorite b-boys at the time, like, perform and just see him do a stage show. Me and Ronnie, we went to the show. Both of us went to the show, and we went with my girl and her twin. This wasn't his girl. We're just all friends. All right, but. Anyways, not to break it down to look like we was on a double date because we was hanging out with twins. Yeah. But the thing is that they just going there and seeing you guys perform and rock on that stage. Me and Ryan looked at each other like, damn, bro, we're gonna be doing this like one day, or seeing that it was possible. Like
that's
that shit.
What I'm saying, it's amazing.
That shit opened up our minds. You know what I mean? Even just hearing that you guys were there, but then to witness it. I remember that day. You feel me? Like, so
it's being a professional b-boy.
Yeah, man.
Like actually
being a professional b-boy. There you go. Yeah. But it's also though, it's like when we're saying like, man, we're gonna do that. We didn't really think those like, you know what I'm saying?
It was
just more of like the like.
Because that's how it happened to me.
Yeah, it was just like talking some shit like, bro, we're gonna do that shit one day.
Same thing. Hey, same thing. When I saw Wiggles and all of them on Jam on the Groove and all that stuff, I was like, I'm gonna do that one day. And within a year, bro, Power of Manifestation happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I always watch. There's the PBS. When they come on PBS, the Rocksteady crew inspired me to see that too. And actually, I've been roommates with Turbo, with Ken Swift, with Orko.
That's crazy.
And then like you guys got your version of it because you guys got inspired by our generation, and we were inspired by their generation. So it's really dope how it provided like that, and then it opened up from all the works that collectively was done before. Then something spawned out where you guys even get a resident here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and open up other opportunity for not just one crew but multiple crews to have consistent work. It's incredible, you know what I mean, and then providing teaching jobs and stuff.
And it's dope because it's like. You understand, like, because you was the very beginning of the ecosystem of, like, hustling for breaking, you know what I mean? Like, and of course, though, like, you would learn from the elders, though, too. Like, they were hustling videotapes and,
Mr.
like,
Freeze.
and shirts and shit. Like, at the time, bro, I remember, Remind came to this junior high school where there was this battle. I forgot what it's called, but it's at Johnson. Everybody in Vegas know what it is, you know? And they came through, and they were just sessioning, getting down. And I remember Remind was selling videotapes, and I was like, oh shit, selling videotape, gotta get one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's a cockapoo porcupine shit though. You know what I'm saying?
I support it.
And I remember buying the videotape, and it was just a big deal. Like, yeah, I got the cockapoo porcupine shit. Yeah. See, the fact I could say that, you don't even. 90% of you people that's watching this is probably not even gonna know what cockapoo porcupine is, But it was their like second VHS like break
like
tape.
Underground, like how skating videos were.
Yeah,
we had our underground scene too,
yeah.
So we were making underground videos like they were making skating videos.
Since we're in the topic,
that's a whole generation ago.
Since we're in the topic, there's so many things that we're gonna talk about, but who knows what we get through. Me and Remind, we've been building for like the past few years, and I'll just give you before I talk about this situation. I'll just give you a quick like synopsis. It's like someone that we looked up to growing up, like my crew specifically, even Full Force. I'll just speak for me and us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not that they have their own voice, they'll tell you too. You feel me? But strategic monsters, and especially us growing up being Filipino, seeing Remind and how fucking dope how he made fucking breaking look at the time, because it was just rock steady. That we seen, and then there was just a burst of a whole new style, and that was Style Elements, and then Remind, Crumbs, and all the rest of the other guys.
Yeah.
Poe, shout out Quality, J-Rock.
Yeah.
Shout out all you guys, man. And
Tommy Boy.
Super Dave.
Super Dave.
I don't want to miss none of y'all because y'all deserve it. Even Boss One, it's like we
Boss,
seen
man.
Gons,
Gons.
we seen that video, and that's why I even know this shit. But like, that shit inspired all of us, and then like we seen them kind of lightweight, like probably between, for me, 16 through 20, just seeing them at events or like, in Vegas, Remind would be here. There was a time he came to Rock's house and he was in the garage with us, and him and Crunks came and we was just tripping type shit. Like, I remember doing something and this fool goes, hey, that was tight. And then me and the homies, after everyone left type shit, I remember me, like, we'll have the homie conversation. Like, damn, Remind was like, hey, fool, he thought this move I did was tight.
Yeah.
And the other homie, and then West goes, nah, fool, he told me this was tight. But he told me to go air chair to James Brown. And West already knows exactly what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
But, like, he was just there helping and inspiring us. So, years passed, though. We don't really get to see him. I college and shit. And then everyone, you know what I'm saying? Do the thing. We did. Then I got into the industry later. Still haven't seen Remind. Remind left. But then there was a time he moved back to Vegas, like in 2017.
Yes.
So he came back to Vegas like 2017. And then, we linked up again. So it's dope that he's here. You know what I mean? And we're about to have this little conversation. And eventually become, a little thing for, just our Filipino community. Because a lot of people don't even know he's Filipino, or some people don't even know I'm Filipino.
Yeah.
And but people that are Filipino are like, no, he's Filipino.
They already know, but they see something else. They're like, hold on, though. There's something going on here.
But this is what we're doing, though, man. We're gonna be linking up more, just talking history and stuff, or just new stuff, or whatever the case is, of whatever topic issues we're talking about.
Whatever.
Technology.
Speak on interview heads that are, that we got access to.
Exactly.
Giving our access and sharing our access to have conversation with people who are pillars and arches into the whole community of the structure of hip hop and the underground university that hip hop already is. Globally, a global university. You've got mentors from all around the world, all that become mentors, because that's what we all turn into when you really work on this high grade. You end up being a teacher. You end up spreading it. You end up wanting to teach it because you know how important it is to pass down these texts and how useful they are.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing.
And see, man, I know there's a lot of people, man, you guys might not, he's talking in a very deep way. It's so metaphorical. It's like on some, if you listen to Wu-Tang or like some guru, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll understand how deep and methodical their mind is about this, but truly believe, like when they talk about an asteroid that falls beneath the earth and fucking come back up and, just the rapture. What, bro? I know my boy deep, and it's dope because it's just because he's invested his time into learning about all this. So it's like a lot of people I know that even come up to me because they see me around you and they kind of trip out. But then I'll be like, bro, he's like Native American though too, besides being Filipino. So and he spends time. He like lived in the in a real like teepee and doing like a real how a native lives, and that shit is amazing. Like learning the culture of
rites of passage.
So
culturally rites of passage. Going through rites of passage is important for humans throughout all of existence.
Right.
And sometimes we put ourselves through rites of passage because we used to have traditions from a long time ago that got lost and got conquered, got a lot of them went away. So a lot of us men nowadays, we don't go through actual rites of passage, but hip hop and certain things are substitutes almost. You know what I mean? Like, and even like say a tattoo is rites of passage. Certain things are rites of passage. So I wanted to go through that for my native way so I can understand and actually be a real native man.
Right. See?
You know?
And if you know my G, you know what I'm saying? He bring out the feathers. Like, I'll bring him around my homies who don't know nothing about Native American type stuff.
Technology,
But they
man.
know, they be like, yo, man, that dude, like, for real, he different. Like, and like, that shit is dope, man. Like, I feel his spirit. You know, they're like, I feel his spirit. Because he'll be having the flute and like, you know, it's just, he got his own steez, and that's what's like dope about what he does. And it inspires a lot of people. That's from the strategic monsters and on and moving forward. So I'm glad to have him here because we don't really record our conversations or
we
just talk.
We be cracking codes.
We just talk. So this is more of you guys kind of just in a space of obviously like just getting to hear us talk. But I had to like do a little intro just because I want you guys to know like how like, you know, how deep this stuff goes, like how OG he is even with his creative thoughts, like cock-up poo-poo porcupine, you know, like that's some shit like when you're hearing, but as even young people, like during like when we were in high school, we're like, that shit is tight.
It's marketing,
right?
marketing.
That shit was tight.
That's hitting left. That's putting tortilla in a PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like
it was. They were just doing some different shit, and two, it's like probably what, you know, with the influence of how he grew up.
Portishead.
Yeah, there you go. See stuff like that.
We even brought Portishead. You know, we break to Metallica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I want to talk about that though too, but I will go to the Metallica thing later because we're gonna go so you know. But what I want to bring up, so we can talk about this, is the strategic monsters. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about though, real quick, bro, is the strategic monsters video. This video, if viral was a word at this time, this was viral. Like I'm talking like
VHS viral.
Yeah, and if it was just on YouTube, this would for sure be in the like hundreds of millions and possibly billions, you know, like of views. How many times I watched it by myself, you know? Shit, my VHS broke, bro. You know what I'm saying? The shit broke because I watched this bitch like 1,000 times. Call me a biter. Call me whatever you want. It is what it is because you was doing it too if you grew up at our time. So it's okay. We all know that and it's facts, you know? But what I see the beauty of strategic monsters, right? Is like the beauty of like you guys packaged this video and it really spread it like wildfire, right? In the community.
Yes.
In the community. There was nights, me and like, I'm telling you, I remember me and Ronnie literally watching you fucking having the strategic monster video on and just training in his like attic, you know, for fucking hours. It's like 4 or 5 in the morning we're watching this shit, and then it's like a little sunlight outside and the elementary school across the street, literally just right there. We go jump over the fucking park fence. We could have got in trouble for that shit. Just being over there. And then trying moves and shit because it inspired us to train at 5, 6 in the morning. 16, 17-year-old, bro. Like, you know, it was like, damn, man, we gotta get good like that. Like, you know, when we used to hear the word training, and you could ask Ronnie this shit. We used to hear the word training when you guys first introduced that word to us in Rock's garage, and you're like, nah, man, I've been training. And then we'd be like this, like, and then we'll go back and be like, bro, Trey, we just practice, you know? We don't even know what, we're not that serious. Like, you know, like, we wasn't thinking yet in that moment. Like, we're like, dang, training, like
we were running.
Like, damn, we're just practicing on the weekend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta run, you gotta do everything like an athlete.
So I mean, that inspiration really got so far, but like, what made you guys just even put that video out, and what inspired all that? Like,
oh man, strategic monsters. Again, that was my concept of just like a battle head. Like we were battle heads. We were battle ready. We were young. We had developed. You know what I mean? We went through the eras of the 80s.
What year is this exactly?
This is like 90. When did we put that out? 94, 95.
Wait, you dropped Strategic Monsters 94 or 97? I think you said like 97.
Oh no, 97, 96, 97.
Yeah.
But we were making it
There's
in 96.
moves. Okay, maybe what year? How far
Because
back
think
you
about
the clips
Battle
were?
of the Year footage wasn't
Yeah.
even in there until late. We had to re-edit it and put some footage.
Oh, really?
But that was way before Battle of the
Nobody
Year.
knew there was the other hack because
That was way before
they were
Battle of the
editing
Year.
the tapes themselves, so they could
Yeah.
always re-edit.
So it was like 96,
Okay.
probably 96. And
what?
and we were collecting footage from there from 92 to
Yeah.
95.
So it's 92 to 95, a good
Yeah.
amount of those years.
Yeah, those are the years I would put in the thing, 92 to 95.
So 92 to 95 is what sparked your style. You feel like can
no, I showed you people
Yeah.
like Tootie.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
What
like
year
what
was-
Mikey Ice-B posted
Right.
sometimes.
What?
And so there was a lot of brothers who were freestyling but mixing breaking and freestyle dance together that were dope. Dope. I'm talking about
Right.
like you didn't get to see his power moves alone. Like you didn't
Right.
see how straight his flare, how high his flares were. And,
Right.
but if you research the footage to get something of Tootie and Sean Ortiz.
How do you spell that?
I just think Tootie.
Oh, okay.
But you know, Sean Ortiz also back then, and so. But my style was inspired by you know people from my town too. You know, of course, I was looked up always to the Rocksteady and the New York City Breakers. I grew up on you know a New Edition, Bobby Brown. You know what I mean? Like I said, Hammer. All the Scoob and Scrap, like all the EPMD dancers, like just seeing the videos, you know, of course. And so I just got exposed to a lot of different dances, and by the time I came through in the 90s, when I really was starting to really train, like again, in like 91, 92, 93, I started like, this was like obsessive going out, because the raves also hit then. We could go to a rave every single weekend. All weekend from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, rave all weekend. So that was our main goals on the weekdays, was getting enough money so we can pay to get into the raves.
Imagine just to give some bread so you can get a party.
just so you could go party on the weekend.
Is that was the inspiration? So a lot of those clips was in those raves.
Yeah, raves and contests and just different clubs. You know, we go to Cactus, we go to Club Cactus, we go to Berkeley, we go to anywhere where there was hip hop. We would make a real effort to go.
So was there a lot of competitions at this time too?
There was none.
Oh, really? Like
Nothing was about competition back then.
Or how about sessions, like breaking?
There was just
like some
freestyle
And this is in Stockton, right? California?
Just the whole Bay Area. The valley to the Bay Area, all the way to Sacramento, because, you know, we used to call this the triangle of flavor.
Oh.
Bay Area, Valley, you know what I'm saying? Like
someone's gonna rebirth that to a shirt, so let Remind do it first, and then, you know.
No, that's our actual crew. That's one of my first crew called Triangle Flavor. We're the ones who threw all the events and with Quality too. Quality had this crew called Burt Batch. So he did events, and then Triangle Flavor did events. And there were some of the biggest events in the whole entire valley. We pulled in the most people, and we had a great time, and we mixed R&B, hip-hop, guys and girls dancing together, circles, ciphers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you watch one of those parties back in the day where you see us getting down, man, our parties were really dope, bro.
Dude, I could. So it wasn't. There's like no competition or anything.
No,
like
it was
that.
parties. It was just jams, just parties.
Everyone's just ciphering.
Everyone just ciphered. There was no competitions. There was like one in a great way. Like there was this one called World Wars. They did a competition.
I remember that.
That was like a huge one, and that was like just a one shot. You know what I mean? And then there was like little battles here and there.
Radiotron
Then Radiotron. See, those were once a year. Like one only, and that was like, you know, that barely came back in like '94, I think.
Oh, okay.
The Radiotron 94.
Right. See, it's because it's like, did you know, like, when you dropped that tape, like, did you think, like, how it was going to be infectious like that? Like, you know?
But the thing is that, is like I said, a lot of us come directly from BMX bikes and skating.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
that
taggers and BMX biking, because, you know, skating was huge for a lot of us. Like when growing up, like it was huge.
Right.
You know, every place had a skate shop.
That's a good part of the underground.
If you
like,
watch Quality Style, his actual style, he's skateboarding. That's where all the hand plants upside down, one hand plant moves and all that stuff, the touching his toes. So it was like skateboard and all the stuff on the ankles. You know, those are like
Right.
ollies and stuff like that. So you got like floor glide. You know what I mean? Like, and so he was a really good half pint head. Like get off the half pint, like fly. You know?
Oh,
What I mean?
like to.
He had his own in his backyard. So
Okay. So he was skating.
He was skating,
Okay.
and there were some people that were really good. I was a street skater.
Right.
Because I skated for necessity. I skated to get from here to there. You know what I mean? So I wasn't such a trickster, but I was a straight skater.
Right.
Growing up that way, you know what I mean? I had, Christian Hosoi was my you know what I mean? Like my hero.
Right.
Tony Hawk, of course,
Right.
Santa Cruz, I had a what kind of board did I have? A Caballero. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying is like, I come from that ground. So I was already going to skate shops and seeing skate videos packaged up in VHS.
Right. So you're like, okay.
So,
What,
and I used to buy them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we'd buy the BMX and the skate and
Right.
any movie, Rad, Gleaming the Cube, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, skating was our thing. Like, we
No, yeah,
loved
I used to. I used to skate too.
Yeah.
Thrashers.
Yeah, Thrashers,
This is-
slime balls. And
this is
you know?
like 85,
Yeah,
86.
bro.
You know,
So we grew up
yeah.
skating in California. I'm in Cali. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's all like,
you know
it's
what
just
I mean?
culture.
It's
like,
facts. So that's
Yeah.
what I mean. So that transcended when we did breaking.
Mhm.
Obviously, I honestly think like that.
Right.
Like still with the skater kind of mentality. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
What
be a
sparked
rebel.
the what sparked the just to say like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna make this shit. I'm gonna make this VHS and then like get it into a store like how are y'all?
Oh,
the
I
fuck?
seen,
Now it's
I
just
seen,
distribution.
I seen Mr. Freeze
Okay.
doing the bootleg Betties.
Yeah.
We would buy them.
Oh, okay.
You know. we
How
would
did you get to buy
them.
them? Where?
We know Mr. Freeze.
Because it's not like you went on the internet.
No,
you know?
we knew Mr. Freeze.
Oh, you did.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, so we through Ivan,
Right.
because Mr. Freeze used to work in Vegas.
Oh.
So he'd have this.
So that's like kind of like your first time meeting them.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
never like what kind of videos was passed around back in?
Only
that time?
videos that were passed around back then were, of course, the mainstream movies, but also like when breaking was in certain performances,
No, I'm talking
like the
about
Gong Show.
B-boy mixtapes, like the
That's what I
Mr.
mean.
Freeze, Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, his
Like, was that your first video?
of actual underground
Breaking,
b-boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
of New York City underground breaking happening in the 90s.
Yeah.
Mr. Bootleg Betty.
That's your first like.
Yes, that's my
shit.
first exposure to seeing
Did
again Crazy Legs, again Ken Swift, Maurizio, Storm,
They all have
Swift
videos?
Rock. No, they were all at the Zulu Nation anniversary.
Oh,
And
okay.
Mr. Freeze recorded the Zulu Nation anniversary in the ciphers.
And he sold the bootleg.
And I seen, and he was also dancing in them.
Yeah.
And that's where I seen Maurizio. That's where I seen Emilio.
And that's bootleg Betty.
This is Bootleg Betty. These are the first universe. These were Zulu Nation anniversaries.
Oh.
Ciphers.
So damn. So
And
and
so
Zulu
I
Nation,
seen that shit.
They weren't putting videos out or something, right?
No, it was Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Mr. Freeze just have a camera at the Zulu Nation anniversary.
Damn, that's crazy. So was there another? Did that inspire Strategic Monsters?
Oh
specifically?
yeah.
Or,
Well, they're the first ones to do that
Yeah.
underground, showing the underground scene and
Yeah.
breaking in the circles.
Mm.
And that's what we wanted to see. We didn't want to see girls dancing. We wanted to see the dudes getting down. We saw Maurizio. He blew our fucking mind.
Yeah, Maurizio is crazy.
Oh, I saw Maurizio. I got hype. I saw Swift Rock. I got hype. I saw Storm. I got hype. I saw Kenny. I was like, wow, this is the real Ken Swift. This is the real Crazy Legs. This is Wiggles. And Mr. Freeze, too. And that's where a lot of that stuff comes from. When I say mixed popping with breaking, sometimes that's Mr. Freeze when he ticked down. And then he would unwind. That's where I first saw that. So then that set off to be record what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Record what we do.
Also, you're like, okay, hey,
Yeah.
Was
Because
it
we was
like-
already
was it-
dancing. We was dancers. You
Was
know
it
what I
you
mean?
and Crumbs in the red? I was like, hey, let's
No,
start recording.
no,
Was
we
it
just
like-
wasn't. Crumbs wasn't even in the picture yet,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
This is way before I even met Crumbs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That we were gathering certain kind of things. You know
I
what
just
mean?
only put that because we all know you as like a duo at a time. So I was gonna assume. Right?
Yeah. No, this started in Stockton.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of those clips were from Growers Halls and Triangle Flavor Jams
Right.
that we threw.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay,
So
yeah.
it was like we were already promoting. We were already
And this is in the
being this is the Valley. This is
Mid-
the early 90s. Early
early
90s, like 92.
okay.
91, 92.
Okay. So then that's
before, like I said, I didn't even know these guys yet.
Right.
We were already rocking. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like,
and trying to get the clips and all that. Like,
bro.
okay.
Or
So-
just having anyone who had a camera, we would get the footage. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like, it was important.
There was a time, bro, like other people would have the clip because you don't have a camera. And
Yeah.
You're like, hey, bro, can I get the clip, bro?
Exactly. Like, and then you find a way to get.
It was
record
weird
the
to
screen,
ask,
you know,
yo.
if you had to.
It was weird to ask people.
But dubbing VHS and
Yeah.
dubbing that stuff we all had to learn how to do it. You know, even to put the paper in that little hole and that
Right.
groove and
Right.
push record. We did it with tape players and we did it with VCR. So we got good at that at a young age.
See, man, this is like I like this because it does talk about history. Because this is like some of like the first early, like I guess you would say, like kind of hustles for like b-boys, right?
Yeah,
like, Like just like some entrepreneurship type stuff.
Some
and,
underground shit
Yeah.
and some like New York style of street hustle
Right.
of media, and it was just amazing. I mean,
Right.
I to
And
this
then y'all
day
put
I
your
miss
own
it.
twist, though. Yeah, it's like because y'all put y'all's own twist. So if it was a New York inspired situation, but y'all did it and y'all was putting fucking freestyle fellowship, you know, Guru Gangstar, like you was putting some dope ass songs on there, bro. That, like a lot of us, like break like that. My generation was breaking to. We wasn't breaking to, you know,
Planet Rock.
yeah,
too
Planet
much.
Rock.
Yeah,
But we were
yeah.
until the change. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like until the change was there, and then it was
Because
A lot
like
of
Far
them-
Side, Souls of Mischief, Del the Funky Homo Sapien,
Mhm.
you know, Living Legend,
Yeah, all of that.
Bay Area
most
shit.
deaf, like
You know what I mean?
shit.
Yeah, and that's the NY
and that's even
stuff.
later.
But no, even NY, you got Lords of the Underground.
Yeah,
You got
Yeah.
Fushnikins.
Fushnikins, right?
You got, I mean, these other Poor Righteous Teachers.
Yeah.
You got, you know what I mean? Like so many dope, even DOS Effects when they came out. You know, Onyx. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of these groups were so dope, bro. You know what I mean? Camp Low.
Mhm.
Fucking, you know, come on, man. Like at that time with the underground hip hop shit, New York was killing that shit. But on our side, we also had some, you know, it was more gangster,
Yeah.
but we also had some ill hip hop. Like I said, like the Far Side.
Yeah.
People who rhyme different than other just gangster.
Yeah,
You know what I
some
mean?
West Coast
Like
side,
E40.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's back then,
You know
too,
what I mean?
though.
And E40 been around for a long
Yeah.
time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like, we had certain things like that, and it was just like revolutionary styles.
Right.
You know? And I was really into Project Blow
Mhm.
and the Cali hip hop from LA. Because
Mhm.
LA really like,
It inspired like.
oh,
yeah.
LA, bro. LA does hip hop nice.
Yeah.
It's like, they do it right, and when they do it, they become lifers.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like
Facts, though.
straight up lifers.
I mean, that's why we even consider to be the West Coast. Like, them,
Yeah,
them
lifers,
people hype
bro.
the West Coast.
I like those
Yeah.
lifers, bro. The good lifers. And
So as you dig deep in this, like, you know, fucking entrepreneurship, right? Like,
yeah,
right? Like,
learning how to make product.
Yeah, learning how to make product. They were selling like T-shirts and shit, and
Yeah.
and it was like, you know,
We
it
were
was
18
me. I
years
never,
old, 17, 18 years old
we
doing
thought that
this.
shit was fucking, you know, tight as fuck. We came out with a full force video that like
Making
we just never
sweaters,
came
making
out.
a logo.
Yeah, we came out with a full force video, and Rock, you know, he was the one recording and like and putting these clips together though
Mhm.
too. But I just remember seeing what you guys is doing and all that though too. So it's just like the inspiration of just videotaping, recording,
Ingenuity.
shooting, and then putting your own clip video out.
Yes.
But with no YouTube, guys. There's no YouTube. We just have VHS, so we're not distributing anywhere, and we're not going to
Yeah.
make. It's like we had one copy, and the other homie had to take it home, record it, and make sure you brought it back. And you mad as
Yeah.
fuck when you don't get certain videos back.
Yeah.
But see, there was already a bunch of videos like Breakaway, and you know, like other
Yes,
one
Mr.
time
Wiggles.
when it started developing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was
Easy
before.
Rock too,
Yeah.
man. He did the videos so
Right.
dope. I mean, you look at all the content that was in the 90s, is really high grade hip hop shit, man.
Yeah, it was the breaking was amazing.
Yeah.
like,
The
at
delivery,
that- yeah.
I mean, you can't really get any better.
Because, but though too, it's only good people making videos though. You
Like-
know, it's like because the dudes that wasn't putting these videos out, them shit
Watch
just
a Mr.
recorded and
Wiggles
stayed home.
video.
Yeah,
You know, watch
yeah.
a Ken Swift video.
Yeah.
Like, just watch it. Watch Maurizio, the next one, the first video.
All right, can I ask you entrepreneurship question? You know,
Yeah.
what did it cost to make the video at the time?
Bro, you know what? The craziest thing?
Oops, sorry guys. Shit. No, I gotta call me later. Sorry, bro.
Bro, honestly, you want to know what? We all pitched in, and you know, we had to make masters. Okay, put it this way: I got a tour, I got a job, and we already had. Donnie's mom had bought Donnie a camera.
Right. Keep going, bro.
One of those high-8 cameras. Right. So he had a camera, and once he had a camera, and then also my homeboy Mikey Ice had a camera.
Right.
Mikey Ice. Yeah, okay. Mikey Ice was always around, bro. Yeah. Mikey Ice was always there. You know, when it came to Modesto shit and like the jams. And so he had a camera, and so we would get footage from him, and then the stuff that me and Crumbs would collect. And Ivan, we would record Ivan. Like we all did this together. It was me, Crumbs, and Ivan. We were really working with the camera, like recording our break.
Okay, so before actually we did see Strategic Monsters, though we did see the Ivan tapes first. Yeah, those was passed around. And we so that was our thought of breaking was Rocksteady, Ivan freaking flipping everywhere. So we're not thinking we're gonna do what the fuck he doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we still haven't found our who really inspired, at least for me, who really inspired me yet, you know what I mean? So Strategic Monsters came out, that was like, oh, I connected to that. You know what I'm saying? I connected to that. And the whole crew did though too, obviously. And the whole breaking community, so stop hating, bro. All you new kids don't understand that. You feel me?
To put that together probably was because like I said, I had to buy the VCR, so I got a tour, I got a gig. All the money I made, I came back home with something like $5,000, and so I bought 2 super VHS because I knew about quality, and so I had to. We were really into quality. Like I bought a title maker, a thing to put titles on the thing, make an intro, as you've seen the intros that were in the Stahyl Elements. Right. That was done with the title maker, hooked up to a VCR. And so we got into that kind of stuff, and we were really young, but we would, come on, I'm from the Silicon Valley, right? You know what I mean? Like where George Lucas is from, and all of that stuff. So making films and movies out there is a lot of people love, just are fans of it. Even if they don't do it, they're really into it. It's just like classic cars or something like that, or hot rods. Right. Our area is really known for hot rodding. And,
so So then, all right, what did it cost to make the master?
So. About $3,000.
$3,000 just to make a master copy of the video?
To get it to the master, yeah.
To get it so that they can...
Because I spent all my money.
Yeah. So $3,000. So how many videos did you produce?
No, we just make... To get the master, it costs... Because I'm talking about getting the VCRs, getting all the different tapes that we messed up on. And because, you mess up, you can go over so many times.
So basically...
If you go over so many times, you lose... quality. Right. So we were trying to not ever go over, keep a new tape.
This is the editing world of the time.
To keep a new tape. Yeah. A nice super VHS. And this is super VHS. This was 120 lines. Oh my God. What I mean? It used to, 420 lines. And it used to go from 240. So we knew how to up the thing because we knew we were going to make so many copies in that every time you lose quality. Yeah. And think about for our old ass tape, that was decent quality.
Yeah, no, it was good, bro. It was like I said. That was the best video for us, at that time.
It was clear, right? You could see the breaking. Yeah. It wasn't all
It took a lot of hours just to do that. So $3,000 just to make one video.
And then we would duplicate it for $500 to get 100. You know what I mean?
So you get what? Oh, you pay $500 for 100 videos?
Yeah, for 100 videos.
Okay, there you go. That's the real question.
And then we would slang them.
How much?
Then we would slang them for 20 to 25 each.
20 to 25 each, right?
And it cost us about, like I said, about $4 to $5 each VHS.
You don't gotta tell me. I ain't trying to pocket watch it, but I also just because this is at an early stage, so a lot of people, this might not be no money, but at the time. In the 90s, this was a lot of money being made underground, okay?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you're
when you sell
what do you think is the
100,
most?
So, if you sell 100 at 20 each time we were selling 100.
Okay, so how many hundreds did you sell?
Man, I don't know about... what I'm saying? Say that, but it's because it went viral, bro. What I'm trying to say is that it even got out of our hands, is what I'm saying.
Bro, there's
bootlegging, and they started really selling, and we didn't get none of that.
Bro. We would get mad if anyone would record our tape. You know what I'm saying? Because you might fuck it up.
Just because it's it robs the artist. We can't make our money. So, they bootleg the crap out of it in Europe.
Well, yeah, for sure.
In Europe, it was a free-for-all.
Okay,
So-
while we're on this point, see this conversation is gonna continue. This is the like part one, you know what I'm saying? But of many for the next years to come. But so it got bootleg all over Europe. So bro, your style is just moving around Europe, right?
Mhm.
So it's like everyone used to break in Europe was like battle of the year, very
Yep,
like,
yep.
right, like very rock steady.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
And then that other Europe crew though did bring that one essence.
Yeah,
what
well,
do they call it?
Enemy Squad.
Enemy Squad, and then there was the other one.
and the family, and
Even before they put like a video. They were like the ones that started really making ground power dope or something like that.
UK. I mean, what do you call them?
Freaking forgot. They're like
second to none.
yeah, second to none.
Yeah.
So that and then your video goes out there and fring.
Change.
How many? Every European b-boy from '95 was the video when it came out?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 97?
No, 95, 96.
95, 96. When you started breaking, or you were breaking in this era till forever. Okay, so 95, 96, and then
Change that shit.
okay, and then
Once they seen our style.
okay. Let's say like, when did you think the style started? Like, just because everybody already had it. So how long was that run? I mean, even though it's still running today, but just like where it's like, damn, it felt like wildfire. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
It's
and then that's what made us make
95,
another
96,
one.
yeah.
And then you gotta imagine, we made that. Put it this way. Look at this: Strategic Monsters, Cockapoo, World Wars, Brainstorm, Half Tomahawk, Half Butterfly Knife. Derek's video, Concrete Soul. Concrete Soul. You're talking about style elements as us putting out actual videos.
Yeah.
True to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we put out a lot. That's why we learned to put out. We learned to hustle this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we put out a lot of content. You know what I mean? Before YouTube, and then YouTube came and gave everything for free. And then it messed that whole ecosystem up.
Yeah.
And then now that's why clips are just for free. And I remember when they were valuable.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So then I just will look at it, I'm like, why? How does this doesn't make sense for the artist? Because even with clips of me online, they're tapes from Strategic Monsters.
Yeah.
They're clips from Cockapoo. They're clips from our videos,
And see, but it's like, it sucks because it's like one of those things, because, I like just knowing back end of YouTube, it's like, I wish y'all did put it on YouTube, because you would have monetized all your because it's like, but no one knew how to monetize on this shit though.
We blew up
at that time. No one was thinking that. It was more like, no one even knew that it probably made money. Everyone's like, you're putting your clips up. But dude, in the back end, these motherfuckers is making millions of the type of views he was getting at this time.
Well,
just not knowing.
The thing is, remember, YouTube had a reset.
Yeah.
And
that's when, and they gave money out up there a certain time.
Because they had a total reset where they even erased how many views you had. Remember?
Man, bro, I wasn't even really tapped in.
Okay, so Style Elements views were huge back then.
Yeah,
we were in the like 500, 600,000. Like we were just popping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then, and YouTube before that, then they made everyone take their thing down. Remember, for licensing.
For like MySpace, I don't know. I just
remember things were more easily put up with music, other people's music, and so once they started getting like that, and they would just chop the video off, so they would erase your whole thing. Bro, they did that like 2 times.
Yeah, see,
and so we're still all the videos that we have up there are still just generating new views.
All right. And see, I just bring this up because it's more of like, I think that it's so interesting of the entrepreneurship at that time of like what you guys were like inspiring and pushing, because then a lot of people started making tapes. Yeah,
Return of the B-Boy.
Yeah, it's it's like freaking putting that energy, and
we did a lot of work, man. I mean, look at for the mentally astute, like Boss One's album, like. Yo, bro, like won awards, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's just so many good hip-hop projects that we've been involved in.
Right.
And we need, now that we're more mature, all of that experience is going into the future projects. Like I say, movies, films, short films, animation.
We don't want y'all to know yet. I mean, calm down, calm down.
I'm just saying, the experience.
No, I'm kidding.
That's where the entrepreneur comes from. And then you being able to market yourself or your skill or your visions.
Right.
And packaging it. And we actually learned how to do that from the streets and from being inspired by, that 90s era of media.
See? And I think that's like, it's so big and important because we all know that even just grew up around the 90s breaking of his time. And I'm going to speak just for my personal time. And I know in the scene just how everyone hustled their videos and their events and all that. You know, it helps spread to the community to inspire everybody, you know. So I just think that business model, and I know people made 6 figures and shit off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Millions maybe that. I don't know. But, you know, I guarantee there's a reason why they were selling that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time it died down, but the business died down for it because of all the new online media stuff. But before this part 1 gets cut off, you know, because we're gonna talk about again, my fucking shit's gonna die, and it's my fault, you guys. But this is an amazing conversation, and just in case if we don't record, this is part 1 of me and Remind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
thank
coming
you,
out here
brother.
and we just opening it up and having these conversations
Dialogue.
just to talk and say what's up to y'all, man. You know, make sure you follow us at Stahyl at Remind 1977.
Yeah.
And that's me,
What's
man.
up, y'all?
Man, you know,
Big love.
we the OGs, but he the
Big
OG, my OG, so you don't feel me, but I'm your OG.